What's up?
Greetings, salutations. We're
How's
totally
it
on
going?
time.
Yes,
It is
yes. It
actually 9 o'clock right now.
is.
That is correct.
There seems to be an issue with our guest. So tonight, if she
How's it
slips
going,
in,
Ed?
we will throw her on. But as far as right now, we are going solo and running rampant, just going crazy with
We do it live.
yes.
We'll do it
So
live.
thanks
We'll
for
do it live.
joining
We'll do
us.
it live.
And hey, I'll be right back. You guys talk about something scary.
Okay.
So
Well,
the
you
heat.
guys,
Now
today I went into the DMV and the line was really, really long, and
You're
I
they let
never
you go
thought
in
I'd make
yours.
it.
gold. You're on. Damn it.
But here's the scary thing: they won't even
I'm
open
just
the
kidding.
door at mine. It's locked.
Oh
You
no.
have to make a appointment in advance, months in advance.
See, they don't let us make appointments here. You got to go and wait in the long ass line, and then hope that you make it in there before the doors close. No, I'm just kidding. I
Welcome
didn't
back.
actually go to the DMV today. I was just
Welcome
talking about
back.
something scary.
Orson Welles presents
Oh.
Tales from the DMV.
All right, something actually scary though. Um, they have announced that the Jason universe has started filming a short film called, I think it's Sweet Dreams.
Let me
I think
take a
it's
look.
called Sweet Dreams, but it's the first new official Jason project besides the TV show, which I don't think is coming out until like next year, actually,
Now,
because
is
I don't
this like
think
a
it's.
fan fiction thing, or is
No,
this
I think it's officially licensed by the Jason universe.
okay?
Nice.
I believe it's on their Instagram page for sure. The only thing they show is like a film clapper with Sweet Dreams or whatever.
Oh, okay. You would
But
think Sweet Dreams would be more
Freddie,
Freddie.
Freddy Krueger.
Yep. Yep.
maybe it is. Maybe it's a. You are Sweet Dreams, Ed. You
What's
are Sweet
up, Ed?
Dreams.
Thank you. Tripping. As always, thank you, sir.
Yep.
Um, but no, maybe it is another like a small Freddy versus Jason type of thing again. Who knows?
Ed says he's been told he's a sweet dream. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he
Yes, sir.
super sweet.
Let's see.
Um,
Voorhees. Yeah, I'm not finding anything about it. So
might
I
be.
know that for Universal Studios horror nights or damn it. Yeah, their Halloween thing they do every year. They have a whole like Jason Voorhees house, and it's supposed to be like a walk through Jason's life in preparation for the show that's coming out.
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah. But they're very scant on the details.
Oh, it's called Sweet Revenge.
Sweet Revenge. Okay.
Okay, that
Here
makes
it
more
is.
sense than Sweet Dream.
Bloody disgusting. Found it. Putting it in the private chat. There. How's it going, Green?
Yep, got it. All
You know, I might know someone, like I said, when we were talking about the Universal thing, I might know someone who's going to be there working it. Maybe at some point I could see if they could come on with us and talk about it and tell us about it when we get closer to it.
You got to wait till afterwards because they are
Yeah.
very, very, very quiet about their stuff.
Yeah, once it's over, once it's over, I could maybe see if they could come on with us.
Good old Bloody Disgusting. Let's take a look. Sweet Revenge. Jason Universe announces
gajillion.
Jason Voorhees short film from director Mike P. Nelson.
Ooh.
Please, my only request is that they update the mask to not look so hideous.
Agreed.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not a
hold
huge
on,
fan of that
everybody.
new mask.
Hold the phones. Stacy!
Stacy!
Hey,
Joining us
Hey.
last minute. Appreciate
hey,
it.
what's going on?
You're a lifesaver.
Yeah.
So happy to see you. Thank you.
I just
Thank
got the message and I was like, I can do this. So I hurried up as fast as I could.
Thank you.
Well,
Wow.
since you're on, let's just jump into it. What do you think about this? Sweet Revenge. Jason Universe announces Jason Voorhees short film.
I'd be interested. Yeah.
Hold on. Can I go a little deeper with this with Stacy? I want her opinions on the new design for Jason.
Okay.
Do you want me to
Yeah,
send a
yeah.
link?
Nope, I got
Oh,
it.
right there it is.
Yeah. I'm still, like you said, the mask is what gets me a little bit.
So they've got 13 holes in the mask. I just
Yep.
don't like it. Something looks off. It looks AI generated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
like
something
yeah.
that you can tell. It's just something's odd. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's got to be that because it doesn't look right. Not from
Yeah.
everything else.
The clothes need to be more kind of raggedy and tattered too.
I mean, I don't even care about his suit design necessarily. It's purely the mask just looks off.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
like,
Well, I was gonna say if he's not undead, if he's literally just like a dude in this universe, then I kind of get why the clothes might not be tattered, since we don't know yet, right? If he's human still, or if he's
Mhm.
true. I don't like how cute they're being with like Jason Universe and then like Universe it's 1 and 3 and then like oh he's got
Right.
13 holes in the mask and like he died on Friday the 13th and it's just like okay we get it Friday the 13th we get it we get it.
Yeah, that mask just does not look regulation. So
No.
I'm
Yeah.
against
Look,
Yeah, not a
that's gonna be the
fan.
But
Jason we get in Fortnite. I'm
but
telling you, that's gonna be the Jason that comes to Fortnite
oh
It
no,
will
do
be.
not.
because they
I mean,
already
it
said
looks
he's
like
coming.
he's got. It looks like he's got bullet holes in his shirt. So I mean, he's obviously,
Yeah,
you know.
it's a little clean if he's meant to be a guy that's back reanimated or a revenant or whatever he's supposed to be.
Well,
oh
now
yeah.
I think Lights is right. This is looking like an AI generated
Yeah.
photo.
It does. It's like give me something that looks like Jason with
You-
13 holes in the mask and that's what AI would spit out 100%.
it looks like the really early, like crappy concept art they would do for like I've seen it for Transformers movies, Godzilla movies, different things where it's like here's just like what sticks. So
If you
maybe they'll
scroll
tweak it.
up to the where it says Sweet Revenge or like the screenshot or whatever for the article,
Yeah.
um, you can see Jason right here in the corner. So I'm just hoping that they're not super keen on like this. He has to look like this because something that made the original film so interesting was Jason didn't really have like a set look, right? Like it, he was like a sack head, and then he was like wearing regular like I don't know
Well, before
log
that, he was
man
a
clothes.
deformed boy jumping out of a lake. Thank
Oh,
you.
and jumping out of a
Come
lake, and then
on.
he was a zombie dude, and then he was like a
Yeah.
really fat, bloated guy that then possessed other people's bodies, and
Hey, stop
you know,
talking about me like that.
it just I don't know, not feeling it.
No.
Well,
He looks
I'm.
weird.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, and I'm
It
wondering
just
if this is.
looks like Jason is supposed to be.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so I'm wondering if this is going to bleed into the show, or if the show's going to be completely independent. Let's see. He needs an original Mighty Ducks goalie mask.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
it just
Yeah.
it needs something, and I don't think it. I've seen a lot of people talk about like the size of his body. I don't think. I really don't think it's like him being kind of more skinny. I
Yeah.
really think it just comes down to the hockey mask.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he doesn't have to be like ripped or
Mm.
anything. He just and it's a hockey mask. How hard is it to get that right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even
Well,
Dollar Tree gets those rights 1 out of 10 times.
You'd be surprised.
Jason. It's on. It's above my bed.
I don't know who anybody is.
It's the hockey mask. I have the hockey mask in the house.
Speaking of hockey masks, back whenever I used to work for Coca-Cola, there was this grocery manager at one of my stores. He gave me a hockey mask that was signed by, I believe it was the boy that played Jason in the first movie, like jumping out of the water.
Nice.
Oh, that's
I got that
cool.
downstairs. I'm waiting to shadow box it.
Oh
Nah.
wow,
So
I got an autographed one from Kane Holder.
Ooh.
Yeah.
the
I've got a
best
couple
Jason.
buddies that, yep, I've got a couple people that have met him.
Granted, I did like the Jason from the remake that they did. I wish they would have continued on with the remake. Like that wasn't a bad
What,
film.
Jason meets Supernatural?
Yeah, I mean it wasn't a bad film. Like let's be honest, there
I'm
were
sorry,
worse
if Dean was
remakes.
in there, Jason had no shot. But since he got Sam,
I mean, I and what I think happened with that remake universe is that they then went to Freddy, and Freddy did so terrible that it just
Hmm.
killed
yeah.
their aspirations for continuing that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
'Cause Freddy's was rough.
Freddy. That Freddy chapter, the new nightmare, what it was supposed to be, the new nightmare with all the new people and the new Freddy Krueger. I saw that in theaters and I walked out so disappointed.
You wait, hold on,
Yeah.
pause. You didn't like Wes Craven's New Nightmare?
No. I like Wes
No.
Craven's New Nightmare.
Oh,
Remember
you don't
when
like the
the
remake?
remake with the new
Oh,
guy? It
yeah.
was the new guy. I forgot his name. I could see his
He was the
face.
guy that played Rorschach in the
Rorschach. Yeah.
Watchmen.
That's it. I mean, it had possibilities, but then I just walked out and I just was like so disappointed. I guess I just expected
Yeah.
so much more. I mean,
Yeah,
anything.
a lot
I
of it. I
think
think
they tried to do too much backstory on him.
Yeah.
They tried to do too much and try to humanize him
Yeah.
when he's a sleep demon. Don't humanize him.
Yeah.
Treat him the way
exactly.
he's supposed to be treated,
For
That
me, the issues I had was not so much the actor that they chose to replace Robert England, but it was the use of like CGI on everything, especially when in the
What up,
90s
Green?
they did all practical effects. And then it was like the story really wasn't that good, and I didn't care about like the kids that were being haunted. And then they also made Freddy
You
a
know.
PDF file.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That I
Yeah.
did.
Did not like that. Yeah. Because the thing is, I mean, the old school Freddy, it's like, yeah, he's, what he did
It's like
then, but
hinted at, but they
it's
didn't
hinted.
explicitly like,
Yeah.
hey, remember
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
did to you, Nancy? Ooh, like,
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I do not want an action figure of you now. I'm sorry.
and they haven't done an action figure film, I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So
It, yeah.
give it 10 years, NECA will do it though,
Yeah.
because people feel nostalgic for it 100%.
I'm not going to feel nostalgic for that type of character.
Somebody will.
And we will visit them
Everyone
with
thought
the
that the
FBI.
Star Wars prequels would never be loved, and here we are
They
being
were
like, wow, the
perfect.
prequels weren't that bad compared to the
They were
sequels.
perfect. I prefer
Yeah.
the prequels.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
can we
really
remove
wish
gold
they
from
would
the
do.
show?
I really wish they would do a 7, 8, 9. I mean, because we still haven't got those yet.
You're right. We
Yeah.
are missing 7 through
I'm just
9.
saying.
I don't know how the
Yep.
story finishes up. There was
Uh,
this weird fever dream where like this Palpatine's granddaughter became a Skywalker, and I think I might have like hallucinated that.
that was definitely shrooms. Somebody slipped you something.
I told you only to
Damn.
eat one, not the whole pack.
I'm sorry, Gold.
Okay, so there was a conversation at work today. We were going into horror and sci-fi, and your favorite subject, Lights, got brought up. Megan 2, and Megan in general,
You mean my favorite? I
horror
love those.
or sci-fi.
Horror
Sci-fi.
sci-fi.
It's not no Megan. Okay,
The
because I
first
don't
one.
know if we touched on this with Stacy last time, but I have this theory that the first Megan movie was
Mm-hmm.
just what was. It wasn't intended to be like a new franchise. I believe it was supposed to be a sequel to the original Child's Play, or not the original Child's Play, but like the Child's Play remake, because it dealt with like the same themes: AI, little doll, whatever. And the Child's Play remake did so bad, but they were like, okay, well, what if we just make a new character or whatever? And then it was
I can.
there's because I think there's like a producer or like a similar like production house that worked on Child's Play that also worked on Megan.
Okay.
And,
You know,
and
like thinking about it, yeah. I mean, I can totally see that. And just
yeah.
now that I mean, y'all do know that they announced, what was it? It's a 5. They got like a 5-picture deal. There's supposed to be 5 films of Megan.
Oh, did not know that.
Okay,
Eating
so
good.
I
Five.
I don't hate people that like Megan necessarily. I think your judgment in film is really, really skewed.
I know what it is. I don't think it's
Well,
good. I just
I
think it's
I know, but
schlocky.
it's not even like schlock. Like the Friday 13th movies, schlocky. Troll 2, schlocky. Um,
Troll 2 is
these
trash.
other movies, schlocky. But Megan, it feels like it's made for the TikTok generation, and I guess I'm just an old man now, and I can't get behind it. I can't get
I mean,
behind
see,
like, ooh,
I'm
look at
normally
this cool
like that.
dance move. Let's get behind these
Yeah.
cool dance moves. Isn't this so quirky? Let's all do TikTok dances of this. Let's make a
Well, I
TikTok
mean,
trend.
don't you remember the scene in the newer Texas Chainsaw where he's on the bus and all the
I
TikTokers are
don't
filming
like
it?
that either. The newest Texas
I
Chainsaw Massacre
loved that. I was like, yeah, these guys deserved it. You're going to get canceled,
Raven.
dude.
Sidebar: can we remove gold from the show?
I'm the
Hey,
devil in this
hey,
show.
hey. We cannot judge people's taste in movies, okay?
No matter
I'm
how
sorry.
terrible they are, I got
You
you.
should have known this. My favorite horror movie is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It
That's a
wasn't a
fine
high ball.
movie. It's okay. That's a good
Back
movie.
then, it wasn't. Everybody hated it back then.
I can't remember anyone. My grandfather loved that movie,
I know some
but
people are like, it sucked.
My grandmother
Stick-
watched it with me, and she was like really old. So I mean, she loved it.
I know some people are like, it was not good, but I loved it.
like my
Yeah.
grandfather loved Killer Tomatoes from
Yes.
Attack of the
like
Killer Tomatoes. Yes.
Attack of the
Don't
Clones. Yeah,
disrespect that movie.
No, he loved it. Like that was one of his favorite films. So I don't mind like stupid dumb films. It's just Megan just it does,
I mean, it's just
especially this
stupid.
new one. It's
No,
not
the
even that
new one, yeah, I don't know.
it's not even that it's stupid. It's just it feels like, oh wait, this got big. Okay, well let's just flash or push something together and release it. Like who
Mm.
cares?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
Now that was my main worry is they will make a franchise out of it with
And then
anything. I mean,
that it's literally intended to have 5 films.
yeah.
And for that, I was like, oh, 5 films of Megan, the entire, it's like,
Because how far
here
can
we
you
go.
milk this? Yeah. How far can you milk it?
Well, as soon as she turns into Skynet, we'll know where it ended up at.
Now, if they do that and it ends
Yeah.
with that, I might be down.
you know what? The only Megan movie I will sign off on and get super hyped for will be if they do a Mark Hamill's Chucky versus
Yes.
Megan. Like,
Yes.
just give it, give it to me.
Well,
Please
you know they
don't throw
tease that,
the
right?
Hold on.
original Chucky into it.
Give
Just
Asylum a year, and you will have something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do that.
That's it.
I mean,
Well, you know they sort of
they
teased
will
it
do
because
that.
there was something where Chucky was watching TV and like he's flipping through channels and he sees Megan and he makes like a comment like, huh, rip off or something.
exactly. But that's the original Chucky. The original Chucky can do stuff like that. But just
Imagine if they had her show up though.
give me the trash, like the
That would be-
actual trash. Give me Mark Hamill's Chucky and or Charles or whatever they called him and Megan, and then they both kill each other, and then both of those franchises are done forever.
Yeah.
Oh, dare to dream.
Well, I know
I like the
that
first one.
announced and I'm a huge fan of this one. It's not horror, but Spaceballs.
Yes.
I'm excited for
West
that.
for more money.
Yeah.
No,
I love that title.
Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement, I believe, for
I
this.
know.
He is Dark
But I
Helmet.
think that's amazing.
Yeah. So
And Mel Brooks at 98. 98 years old. He is the new George Burns. He is.
Yeah.
Because he is like, age, whatever. I got this. And just
Yep.
giving us something that I know I've been wanting ever since I saw the movie when I was a kid. I'm like, I want that sequel.
Yeah.
I
And it breaks my
know.
heart we don't have John Candy anymore to be in this because I was a huge John Candy fan.
Yeah, that's the question. Like, who are they going to get to play John Candy? I mean, it's such a great
Mhm.
role.
Yeah.
That is one of the hardest parts. Is going to be that part. And I know
Yep.
they said Bill Pullman's son, they're going to be in it together.
Yep.
Did sign on, so that's going to be interesting.
I think I saw something the other day where they have Josh Gad coming in as Barf's like son. Which
Okay,
could work.
cool.
That
Josh
Yeah.
Gad could work.
Yeah, that could work.
I'd rather them do that than recast him. I do not want him recast.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. They
I would them just
they're
say
not
the character
disrespecting
died
the
or
show.
something off screen. They could come up with something funny.
So
I don't know.
He would do
H2O Gen.
good. I think he would do really well.
Go ahead, Stacey.
Yeah,
H2O
as long
Gen
as it's not
posted.
Jack Black. I'm tired of seeing
See,
Jack Black in movies.
that's what would scare me. Yes,
You don't
no.
want like
See Jack
a
Black in
space
movies.
lava chicken
No,
song.
dude, you bring that song into
La,
this
la, la,
again, I swear
lava.
you're getting
Chicken
thrown off the
ass.
show.
But anyway, can we get rid of a lot?
Yes, love chicken ass. Tasty as
we've
hell.
all turned on each.
No, I think the cast they have so far, the original cast and the couple, like, I'm trying to remember who they have playing Dot Matrix's replacement, because it's not Dot anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I got a damn computer here. Let me look it up. I think from what I saw, it looks very promising, but
Yeah.
the problem being is how far can they go with this movie nowadays compared to where they went back then? I mean, you look at his old films, Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein,
Yes.
Spaceballs.
Two of my favorites.
He got away with a lot of stuff back then that nowadays just will not fly.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
So
Same. It's the same with Tarantino. I mean, like, some of the stuff he's done. It's harder to do nowadays in this world
Yep.
because we're
It's
allergic
like
to good movies.
catered to how people feel. And I'm not saying
Mhm.
that's nothing, but everything is catered to how people feel. How are they going to react to that? Whatever happened to just making movies just to make movies,
Yeah.
have a good time, bring entertainment, and if it
Yeah.
causes a great. If it doesn't, great.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's become too focus grouped. Like everything
Yeah.
is ran through and it's focus tested and focus tested, and then it
Mhm.
boils down like the essence of the movie into like easily digestible slop.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Like you have to go to the foreign films to find anything that has like any sort of love or care put into
Yeah.
it, or the
No
indie
one's going
stuff.
to take a dare or a chance anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
I mean,
hold
look.
on.
Well, I was going to say, look at
Bring
like
her.
1984 when they killed, or 1986 when they killed Optimus off. They're not doing that now. He's not staying dead. We
Oh, you're
can't do that
right.
now. That's what I'm saying.
You're
Like stuff
right.
like that. That stuff
Well,
like
hold
that.
on.
Like
That stuff has happened. They killed Tony Stark off, and Tony Stark has stayed dead.
there's a multiverse. He'll be
no, he's
back.
coming back.
There's a
Well,
multiverse. He will be back.
well, no, Doom is coming back,
No,
but I
no.
think no. Pause, because I've got my theory, and I've had this theory for a bit now.
I think
But
you'll be talking about
Galactus,
this.
we have Galactus is destroying Fantastic Four's universe. That's how they're going to get to the regular MCU with all the other heroes. Galactus is going to come. They got to band together. You got Doom. That is a variant of Tony Stark, who is going to be there. They're going to do Battle World, and then at the end of Secret Wars, this is a really abbreviated thing. I can go deeper into it if y'all want. But at the end of Secret Wars, it's going to
Wrong
create
show.
a brand new Marvel Cinematic Universe that will be a reboot, a soft reboot, meaning you can watch all the 20 years of movies if you want to.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a fresh jumping on point so that they can do all the comic accurate stories. They've got all the characters now. They've got access to all the stories and everything.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. You can bookmark it here, folks. 9:37, Tuesday, July 1st, 2025. I have predicted this for the past year and a half, and everything I've said has come true thus far.
Good Lord.
Give me like 20 days
Hallelujah.
and I will prove it.
Okay, we got Lilith backstage. Just a second.
All right. But Bring Her Back is a movie that was made with heart. Just to
Yes, that's
to
what
show
I'm saying. It's like
one.
you said. It has to be new
Have
stuff that's
anyone
really
seen
well
it
done.
yet? Stacy, did you
Haven't
watch
seen it
Bring
yet.
Her Back yet?
I have not seen it yet. I just started. My everything started going haywire over here. Was the woman in the yard? So I started it, and then every
How's
time
that?
it just started to mess up. So I'm hoping to try it again tonight. I haven't seen the other one yet, so it's on my list still.
It's such a good movie. It's
Okay.
probably
I got to bring Lilith in.
okay.
Hold on.
Double guest night.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Lilith
Hi.
Stabs.
Hello.
Hi,
Thanks for
guys.
joining
I
us.
was sitting there waiting. It told me that you were going to add me. So I just waited and waited.
Right on. Well,
But we gotta get your camera rotated on my end. It's you see,
Sideways.
yeah.
yeah, sideways. If the camera's sideways, I just noticed. Yep.
Huh. Can you rotate your phone?
Me?
Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
just twist it.
Let's see. There we go.
Yeah.
There we
There
go.
we go.
It worked.
If
All
that
right.
works, if that's okay for you.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All
So
right.
yeah.
Well, Stacy, this is Lilith. Lilith, this is Stacy. Stacy is an author of great horror
Hi.
novels and
Hi,
things.
Stacy.
And yeah, she just
I'm
had a
halfway
book
through.
released
I'm
called The
halfway through
Breathing
your book
House.
already. By the way,
Oh
Stacy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
He's not just saying that
So
either.
no. Well, thank you for joining us, Lilith. We've kind of been running rampant on theories and
How's it going, Dead Man?
movies that are coming out, like with the whole new Jason and everything else. But the show is about you tonight. So let's jump into it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your history?
Well, I started out doing movies around 1998 and conventions as well around 1998 and kept up at that with, through the 2000s, then took a big break. And I mean, I still did a bit of acting off and on during that time, but then I started to get back to it, took another break, and now I'm kind of back.
Right on.
Awesome.
Sweet.
So you have a very wide variety of medias that you do. You are an actress. You are an author, an artist, a musician. You just kind of run the entire gambit of entertainment. Um,
Yes.
so, like, what came first? Acting, music, drawing, writing? What was the first
I
thing to inspire you?
think back then I was doing modeling and acting. Those things came first.
Fun.
And then,
I didn't really, I mean, I wrote back then, but I didn't really do anything with it and until recently.
okay.
And also with the art, I would do that on again, off again, but I didn't really start doing like any shows or anything until recently. I didn't
So
even
let's.
really like put my art online at all until like the last few years.
What was your inspiration to come back to it? 'Cause-
Well, I mean, I always enjoyed working, doing the acting and the conventions, and throughout it all, even when I would like take breaks, didn't really take a break from any of the modeling and the photo shoots and all that. I was constantly doing that. But
Gotcha.
yeah, big breaks from the acting at different times.
Do you
And
have a
then
favorite? Oh, good.
No, you go ahead. Oh, go ahead, Gold. I'm sorry.
also, I really didn't do anything much with music until later.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite movie you've done, or what would you say your favorite one is?
I'm not sure at this stage. I think if I was going to do my favorite movie, it'd probably be something that I created myself.
Hmm.
Well, out of the work that you've done, what would you say was like the most enjoyable
Yeah,
experience for you?
yeah,
I guess better
Hmm.
phrase that.
yeah.
Right. I mean, I think I enjoyed all of them and to an extent. I mean, in some form. Maybe it wasn't certain ones were maybe more fun to film, and then maybe some of them not so much fun, kind of an ordeal. But yeah, I enjoyed doing them regardless.
Hmm.
Dead
And
man.
I don't really think I have an exact favorite.
Gotcha.
So have you? Oh, sorry, Stacy. If you got any questions too, jump on in.
Yeah, please.
Yep.
Oh, I was just wondering, who was your favorite character to play, or do you have a favorite character that you've played?
Um,
Okay, we won't tell
Not
all the other
really.
ones.
I don't have a favorite, honestly. I just don't. I mean, like I said, I think that as far as movies go, if I was going to have a favorite character, it would probably be something I created for myself.
Let's see. We got a
H2O
question
Jen's
from
got a
the chat.
question.
Do you ever go ghost hunting, or have you ever had any experiences with the paranormal? How did you get into this genre?
Okay, I haven't been ghost hunting. I would like to go, but
Zach?
I have not done that. But yeah, I've had some weird paranormal experiences.
Any that you care to go into?
Yeah.
Well, I
Mm.
try to put a lot of them into some of my short stories that I have out.
That's a perfect segue into the books.
The
Right.
books.
Have you done this before, Lilith?
What?
Just
The
the
interviews.
the interviews, because that was a good segue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have.
So this is your Amazon page,
Yeah.
and
So far,
your
I've got
books.
like 4 or 5 short stories on there. Probably getting ready to release another one pretty soon. I have like maybe 3 or 4 books that are like ready to go as far as content, but I have to like find the time for formatting. That just takes, so, you have to get
Yeah.
everything prepared.
Mhm.
And I have to make some time to do that. But those are like full books, so time
How long
consuming.
did it take you to complete one of your books? Like, how long does it take you?
Well, if it's a short story, I can do that probably in a week, a few days. But for a book, that's going to take me longer because probably I have, like I said, I have the content ready to go for several full
Mhm.
books, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to format because they're time consuming.
Yeah, you seem like you are in so many different realms that your time is
Yeah.
very very sparse.
Right, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So with
and
these
I
books, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, I live in a situation where I kind of like kind of don't have as much time as I'd like to.
hmm So with these books, Essie's Curse, would that be one of the ones that was kind of based on a paranormal event in your life?
Not that one, but the writing on the wall,
Okay.
um, that one. I can't see what the other ones are.
All in a Day's Work, Inked World Order, and the White Truck Regiment.
Um, the the white one. Yes, that one. That one was based on true events, and
Okay.
the writing on the wall is too. The Essie's Curse was something I was writing for an anthology, but I think I missed their deadline, so I just released it on my own.
Very cool.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Do you want to click on any of these books, Raven, so we can get like a synopsis on some of these?
Yep.
Maybe
Let me
ask her
go
some
into this
questions.
one. So, with the writing on the wall, the ongoing mystery of the paint showing through the wall, and what does it mean? Not to mention the ongoings in this apartment. And who was John, a previous tenant, and why did he not forward his mail? Or could he? Sometimes we just learn to live with the unacceptable and unanswered. Sounds like a very interesting book.
Yeah.
It,
Um,
Oh,
like
this
I
is
would want
the
to
short
ask
story.
questions
Okay.
about these, but like if we ask questions about these, then you're spoiling the plot, and it's
Yeah.
That's
it's
true.
really like a
True.
double-edged sword.
Hmm.
So, all right. Well, here's one. Of all these that you've written, which has been the most?
Fulfilling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I like that one probably.
Yeah. The writing on the wall.
Hmm.
Okay,
Very cool.
very cool.
Are you working on anything right now?
Yes, there is another short story. I really haven't decided what I want to do with the title. I had a title and I'm not real satisfied with it, so I'm
And
going to do a different title. I'll probably release that sometime within the next couple weeks before I do the books because, like I said, the books are going to be time consuming to get ready.
agreed. Can you give us any like plot details about that? About the upcoming one, or like what it's kind of leaning towards, what it's going to be about, stuff like that?
Yeah, that one is definitely about a true event and it is a paranormal and it's about, I would say, a ghost that had died by suicide. And like I said, it is true events. So it happened in outside of Atlanta.
Oh, close to your home, Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I lived in Atlanta for many
Oh, you did?
years, off and on, yes.
I've drove through Atlanta like a few times going to concerts or whatever, and the only time I can recall is there was this guy that was drunk dancing in the middle of the freeway.
That's like every
I'm
other
not
weekend.
surprised.
We promised Raven
So,
we wouldn't tell.
yeah. Well, hey, you know what? I never got arrested for it, so I'm good. So
Oh,
you said you started off with modeling. Um, was this one of your first ones? First modeling jobs?
we got a
Which
question
Or
one?
about the books again. Sorry.
Oh, the
In the
books.
chat.
Yeah.
let's see. What made you decide to actually start writing your stories? Do you have any advice for anyone that wants to start but doesn't know where to begin?
Open question for both you, Lilith and Stacy.
Yes.
Hey, I write too. You left me
Well,
out of
you
that.
too, Gold. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know all the authors in the chat or in this thing. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
write environmental reports.
Well, I had been like writing for years and not doing anything with the writing and just kind of letting it sit there. And so I got diagnosed with this eye problem 2 years ago. And since then I decided, I'm going to do more with my art and my music and my writing. So that's why I started releasing my stuff, kind of
Okay.
motivator kind of thing.
Stacy, any
I
advice?
think just to get started is just do it. Just put it all out there, everything on the paper. It doesn't matter if it makes sense at first, if it doesn't, because when you go back through it, it'll just come together. That's how I am. I mean, I'm working on one right now. I'm just throwing everything at it. And there's a storyline. I know what I want to say. It's just, I'm just dumping everything in it. And
Right.
then
Trying
I'll
to
figure
navigate
it
it.
out later.
Yeah.
Get to the start it, get to the destination, fill in what the in
Hmm.
between.
Yeah.
And that's kind of similar to the advice I would have given to, just do it. Do it, see if you like it, maybe test it out with a few friends, people you trust, to be honest, give you an honest critique, and adjust from there,
So, I'm not an author or have not written any stories. I did write like a movie script once, but that was a long time ago.
Mm.
Um,
In
but I
episode
saw this
7,
post
right?
from Neil Gaiman, not to talk about Neil Gaiman because he's going through some stuff, but he said put everything that you want in the story in the first draft, just like everything that you can think of, and then in your second draft, tighten it together to make it look like you knew what you were doing from the get go, or something like that.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what he said. I don't know how accurate that is, but I want to contribute
Well,
to the
it
conversation in
makes
some
sense.
way.
Yeah, I mean, you've got I was always taught you've got to have your little cloud bubbles, your main ideas, your main characters, and things like that, and you start with
Yeah.
that. And once you get that laid out. That's when kind of everything starts really forming in your head, and then your story begins, and it kind of writes itself after that.
Yeah.
You've got to let it live through you, and you're just telling a story that's coming from somewhere in your head. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I don't.
for part, go ahead.
go ahead, Stacy.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, oh, oh! I was about to say I don't work with an outline. I tried doing outlines, but I can't do an outline. I just go with the main character, the idea, and just go with it. And then I just let the
Yep.
characters take over. I have no clue what's going to be written next. I just sit down, let it happen. As long as it's
Mhm.
in the universe that I want it in, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. So is that
Yeah.
about where you're at with everything, Lilith? You just kind of
Yeah,
just let
I
it
just
flow
write
out.
it. I don't outline it first.
So
Okay.
you also
Or just do it.
have,
Yeah.
yep, pretty much. Just go for it.
Just make a note, write it down, write work in progress next to it, and just keep adjusting it till you're happy,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what it is. Because that's what I'm doing now with some poetry I'm working on. I just got it saved as WIP. When it's done, it'll have a title. Till then,
So you've also done artwork and jumped into this sphere of everything. How was
Very
that?
nice.
And what what inspired you to start going down the doing paintings and drawings and things like that?
Well, I always admired art when I was younger, and I didn't really think I'd be able to do it myself until
Mm-hmm.
I just decided, when I was around 30 or so, I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I mean, you see all sorts of artwork. Some you look at it and look and think that's terrible. But, I mean,
I
it's
really
just,
like this one.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's cool.
It's
Yeah.
very
thank
abstract
you. Yeah, so I
in a
I'm a
just
good
huge
way.
think,
fan of abs. Yeah, well, I'm a huge fan of abstract art
mhm,
because it leaves to tell makes you tell a story, interpret it how
mhm,
you see it.
Mm-hmm.
right. Right. When I was younger, I would look at artwork that was, very detailed, and I would think,
Mm.
I can't do that. But everybody has their own art style. So I just do what I want to do. Whatever pops into my head, I'll see it, and I have to finish that painting, that I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing. And of course, yeah, I do the collage, mixed media stuff as well.
What was
Yeah, I
the
like how
inspiration
this was
behind
pieced
this?
together.
Like,
What's
I mean,
what's
I
that?
know that you say you just do it, but like what was the theme? Well, I know what the theme is, but like, what was your inspiration for like this piece?
That one, when I do a collage like that, I'll like see a couple main elements I want to use. Like, oh, I want to do stuff with, like, say, that one, the animals and the woman. So then I'll just like decide, I'll go through bunches of different things that I want to like place with it. And I just find them. And it just kind of happens that way. And then I piece it all together.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
Thank
Do
you.
you sell your art? Like,
Do I what?
do you sell your art to like anyone? Is like on like, is there an online shop or on your website where anyone can like purchase your art?
Or
Yeah,
scans.
that's what I need to get a little more organized on, to have it all in one place. Because right now I have some of it on eBay, and some of it's like mixed in with other sites, because I'm an online seller. I do like, new and vintage clothing sales too. And
Oh,
so
Oh, neat.
like
cool.
I just throw my paintings in with that stuff. But I would like to like sit down and just make a site that has just the artwork, so it can be more specific for buyers of that.
Makes
Now,
sense.
not just
Mm-hmm.
you doing art, but you have also been the inspiration for art as well, such as with comic books.
Yes, it's always
Oh,
fun to be on the other side of it too and get immortalized in a comic book is nice. So I've got the Vampire Call Girls ones are the current ones that are out now.
That's interesting.
That's
Was
cool.
there a movie for Vampire Call Girls at one point?
Yeah, back in like 1998. That was my actual first movie.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
That's cool.
And I played Roxy. And my current bunny rabbit is named Roxy.
oh, awesome. That's cute.
Yeah, so I named her after my first movie character.
So with this one, the crossover with Razor, was
Right.
this a your character in this one? Was this based off a previous character, or was this a brand new character just for this comic series?
It was just for that. It was a mini series they did of Razor and the Crow and crossover thing. And I got to help Razor battle demons.
Nice.
Nice.
And my bunny rabbit at the time made it in there too. He was my first
Nice.
bunny named Cozy.
So you have bunnies. Do you have any other pets that go along with the bunnies, or is it just the bunny rabbits?
Well, there's my other bunny. His name is Phoenix, and he has a cat's girlfriend
Oh,
named Sapphire.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he tried to make friends with Roxy when I got him, but Roxy was having none of that. So he decided, I guess, that he would be friends with the cat.
Well, I'm a big fan of cats, so that's okay.
yeah, I got
Love
5
cats.
of them.
Got 4.
3, yeah.
I have the most. I win.
Cats are cool.
Or do you lose by having the
You're
most?
right. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
I used to have 5 until
that's a
I
lot
rescued
of attitude in the house.
4 of them, like 4 of them as babies, like so I'm viewed as like their mama or papa. But there was this older adult cat that whenever I found him, his tail was like shredded at the bottom, like almost like it was skinned at the base up
Yeah.
until about midways to his tail. So wrapped it, it ended up getting infected. He kept gnawing at it, took him to the vet, they chopped it off. He kept gnawing at it, you know, after spending hundreds, if not like a grand on this surgery. And then I just had to get rid of him because he kept bleeding everywhere and wouldn't stop. And it was sad because I liked him. His name was George.
Oh,
George the cat. So, taking a look at your Instagram profile. You were still doing modeling?
Yeah, still at it.
That's awesome.
I consider myself lucky to still be doing that at my age.
I mean, these are nice photos.
yeah.
Thank you.
Very well done. Very well put together, yeah. And then you have a lot of rabbit photos that you find around town, I see.
Oh yeah. If I see a rabbit thing, I've got to turn around and stop and get a photo.
So why rabbits?
Why not rabbits?
Well, yeah. I mean, initially, you know, I'd always had cats before that. But when I was in my 20s, like around 26, 27, I just started getting drawn to rabbits. And I kind of switched over from cats to rabbits. And I've had them ever since.
So like your spirit animal.
Yeah.
I'm heavy into believing that there are certain animals for some certain people, and that you just become kind of like transfixed on those animals, and those are the ones that you kind of have the best relationships with.
Right.
You know, so see some of your other pictures. I love this picture.
Yeah.
That is just great.
Yeah, that was cool. I love that. Yeah.
And it's just like
I like the edit I did on that one.
It's good.
Very cool shots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to me about this one.
It just popped into my head because, I was thinking about that clown motel that they have.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, what if I painted some clown and sent it to them? Then I was like, wait a minute. Gacy bun. I'm making
I love it.
and so they collect like clowns and clown art. So I'm actually just going to send that out to them like this week.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it'll be hanging up there with the clown collection.
Nice.
No, I am a big fan of clown stuff.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, this is another good one. I like with the chair, how the chair frames your eyes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a really good shot. Very artistic, actually. Nice. Wait, was that a bunny tattoo or like a bunny inside like the phases of the moon? It is.
Yes, it is.
I
That's
do.
pretty
I have bunny
Nah.
Yeah, I have bunny tattoos.
cool.
Oh,
I usually get one of each of my bunnies and then just some random bunny stuff too.
Very cool. So, looking at all these and looking at your name, Vampy Bunny, I'm guessing your favorite horror creature, I guess, would be vampires.
Oh yeah, I mean, because that's what I get to play in my first movie, so I, kind of like that, obviously.
Wow.
Is there?
The AI thing.
Oh, that's
That is so
interesting.
cool.
See, and you don't like AI lights. Look at this. This is
But there's
cool.
interesting uses for AI. Like I like
yeah.
making my action figures come to life with AI, but when it steals other people's art, that's when I do not like it.
Well,
So,
I think when I'm using my own photos to make it off of,
That's
Yeah.
it's not
fair.
as bad
Yeah.
then because,
No, no, that's
you're,
acceptable use. It's
you
the
know,
people that go in and type in prompts to
right,
make full
right.
art
Yeah.
pieces that I
Yeah, because
can't get
there's
behind.
people that are just wanting it to look like someone else's art, but when you're making it off of your own stuff
Yeah,
to
no,
begin
that's
with,
Yeah.
that's a
it's a little
good
different.
use.
Yeah. I've always
Mm-hmm.
said
Yeah,
it's a
that's
good
fine.
tool if you're using it correctly.
Right.
all right. So, my
Using it
question
to,
to you is: did you learn to play?
I'm picking it up a little bit, working
Okay.
on like learning some of the easy songs.
Because you also have, um, you've also done some music and put it out there, correct?
Yes. Now, the music that I've done myself and put out, it's mostly like EDM type, maybe light industrial, dark electro type music.
Okay.
Do
some of
you
my favorite
care if we
genres.
listen to some of it?
I like that one.
I
That's
like that one a lot too.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hold on. I've got to get over to our page with it. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So why electro?
EDM.
I guess okay, um it's easy for me to do myself and
Hmm.
not like be like, oh well, I got to start a band and work with these other people.
Right.
This stuff I can do myself. And speaking of working with other people, I just sent some vocals to a guy in the UK, and we're gonna, do a couple songs together. That's gonna be on his next project. He's called Zero Signal, and that won't be out till like later in the year. But yeah, it's fun. You can do stuff with people like that. Just record your vocals, and then they apply them to their song how they want to.
I think the only reason they'd use my vocals is to break glass. I'm not very good at singing. We would definitely use. They
okay.
would definitely use mine as a sonic weapon. So here is one. of your song. Let's see if I can get it to play. Is it playing over there?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Mhm.
Very cool. And I believe this is another one. And this one was very interesting.
Yeah, that one, those two, the last two you just put on, those are just like little clips of it. It's not
Okay.
the full songs, but yeah, that was a fun one.
Very cool. So, your process with your writing and your music, do they kind of mirror each other? Like, do you when you're composing music, is it kind of you're just putting together the beats and the rhythm and everything else, and it just kind of flows out?
Actually, I usually think of what I want to do lyrically first,
Okay.
and then I try to get music that's going to match that feel.
Alberto made a comment. He said, I think we have a new music genre, Electro Witchcraft 3.
I love it.
Nice.
The first
I
one,
like
especially,
it.
I really get 90s vibes from that first one you did. The first song that you played, Raven. I like that. I definitely get like old school 90s vibes from it.
Yeah.
Like the old
Stacy,
school
you have a
industrial.
fan in the room, Alberto. He was talking about your book, your newest book.
Mhm.
So, with your music, that you said that came later, right? You did your modeling,
Right.
you did your acting, and then
Mhm.
you went into writing, then music. Which are you? So you also talked about wanting to write your own movie and direct your own movie and create your own movie.
Right. Like some of what I want to do is probably mainly like from the books and stories that I write. Some of them I would like to convert to scripts and make movies out of them.
That is like the dream for any writer, I believe,
Right, because
to finally see your vision come
yeah,
to life on the screen. Yeah.
right, because I didn't want to just write the script. I figured I'd get kind of more bang for the buck if I put them out as stories and books first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, then you have both.
Yeah,
Yep.
you build that interest up, and everybody's looking for that movie, saying, "Oh, I really want to see this." And when they start seeing it come out, so would you do your
Right.
own soundtrack as well?
Yeah, at least some of it. Maybe have
That's
some
awesome.
guests doing some other music too, but definitely some of it.
Because you seem to have the skill set that you have built all of these up over the years, and it seems like it would be the perfect meld of all your skills together to be able to come together and do a movie that you have all these parts to it.
Right.
And
And
I
then I
think
could
that would
probably give myself the parts I want, not just wait around for a part that's going to be something I like.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Um, you have had an amazing journey, I must say. I mean, you have done so much. That is so awesome.
Right. Now, I just don't really have the budget to do my own movie. And
Yeah.
you know, that
They're
brings to mind, it's
expensive.
like, okay, well, what do I do? Do I do one of those Indiegogo things that everybody else is doing?
You could.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, I could,
Yeah.
but I don't know. There's something weird about me that people do not like to give me money. They just look at me and they just don't want to give me money. I mean, I've actually have a fundraiser going for my bunny. He has bad health right now, and I've
Mhm.
only gotten like 3 people that did anything. And I know some other people do it, and it's just like people are throwing money at them, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whoa, okay, all
Yeah.
right,
No,
you guys.
I've seen some like not Kickstarters, but the GoFundMe's,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and one of them was just some dude there saying they put a GoFundMe up to buy him beer, and the dude
I'm
he
gonna try
lit it up.
this.
He lit it
Yeah,
up.
if I did that, people would be like, "Oh no, she can get her own beer. No, we're not giving her money for that."
But I mean, it's just crazy what people. I think it got like taken down because there are some rules and regulations to how it runs. But
Was there?
Right.
Because I know at one point there was a dude who literally made one that was like, "I want to make a really good potato salad. I need $10," and no one donated to it. 4 years later, they donated it to it, and he said, "I will share the recipe." And he actually, one guy donated $10. He made it, took a photo of it, showed a video of him making it, and was like, "Thanks, it was really good."
well, I mean, there,
Wow.
it was a $10 well spent.
And he kept his
Well,
promise.
yeah, at least he was honest, did what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That is
Turbine Toy says she is very photogenic
Yeah.
for you, State or Lilith. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Those crowdfunding sites seem very, I don't know, cliquish, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I post it just like they
Mhm.
do, and I don't know, it just seems to get ignored.
Some
Yeah,
These
people can
things.
just be jerks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It's just, I don't know.
So, what do you see yourself doing? You say you're going to start doing conventions again here in the
Yeah,
near
I
future,
would
right?
like to do more of those, definitely. And then just more of everything that I'm doing. But definitely, I would like to do a bit more acting, even for other people's stuff. But,
Right.
I don't, I tend not to be one of those people. I see some actors and actresses that'll like, they'll post, "Hey, I'm looking for some work. Anybody out there filming?" I just, I used to get asked to do stuff, so
Hmm.
I just don't feel comfortable doing that.
Right.
It's just like, okay, people know I acted. If they don't know, I guess they don't know. But
Mm.
so I'm not saying I don't want to do it. So yeah, ask.
Let's see. Think you answered this earlier, but what would your dream role be?
Dream role, obviously, in one of my own films, playing a
Right.
part that I wrote for myself would be my dream role. And anything I've got coming up, well, I mean, the guy that I worked with on Vampire Call Girls is doing another movie called Cursed Moon, and I'm supposed to do that one.
Cars to Moon. What is that about?
Cursed Moon.
Oh, Curse Moon. I
Um,
thought I was like Cars to Moon. Is that about a spaceship or
I'm
something
not
else?
really sure at this point, other than the title. I'm thinking it may
Werewolves?
that's
werewolves.
what I
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah,
think ghouls get enough love. There's not enough
Yeah.
ghoul movies.
Well,
and
But
then lately, what else? I've been doing some intros
Is
for
that cameo?
different horror hosts, like After Hours Cinema and
mm,
Eddie Macabre.
okay. So, would you ever think about doing like a TV run, like
TV what?
like a TV run, a TV series, or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I'd love to do one. I don't have an agent to get me that
Mm-hmm.
work. I think I would probably have to have an agent, or either that
Okay.
or just, know the right person.
Yeah, know the right places for the auditions and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Now, what about stage? Have you ever done work on the stage, or has it just been strictly behind the camera?
Mostly behind the camera stuff. Anything that I've done on the stage, it's not really like acting. It's more like, hosting a show or something.
Okay.
I've hosted some punk rock shows and fashion shows and announcing for
Nice.
bands or something.
That's killer.
Wow. Yeah, that is, again, you have had an incredible journey. It is amazing that like everything that you have participated in and done and then achieved. That is so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive.
Oh, very. I think it's pretty
Thank
cool, especially you're doing it on your own with no agent, and I think that just says a lot right there about you and your character and how good you are. Yeah, that's how I see it.
Yep.
Thank you.
You staying driven and moving forward. Yeah, definitely. Another question: would you rather do TV, movie, or theater?
Oh, probably TV because it's steady work.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Unless we're
It's
talking about like big budget A-list movie.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Then okay, maybe that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think TV's probably like gets a bad rap for like TV stars. Kind of get a bad
Yeah.
rap because they you're right. It's consistent work. Even if you're switching shows up, it is
Right, yeah, because
more consistent.
you've seen a lot of actors go from show to show, so they're getting steady work.
Where movies is like here's 6 to 12 months of your life.
Right,
Good luck after that.
Mm.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, and you may or may not get another good deal on that.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's crazy. I mean, just the way Hollywood works. What do you think is the easiest format that you found to kind of break into? Like, has it been writing, music, or the movies and acting or modeling? Because I mean, you've done it all.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
just always have been like, well, I want to do this, so I'm gonna do it. Just do it.
That's
What
awesome. Yeah.
H2O Jen brought up a point about like big movie stars are doing a lot of TV because it's steady, but also
Right,
TV now, especially with like the advent of streaming, has
Yep.
Mhm.
almost become like a very long movie now
Yep.
because
Yeah.
of like the budgets and stuff thrown
There's
into
other
them.
shows like The Mandalorian and stuff. Yeah, they've pretty much become. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all those shows. I mean, Supernatural. Look how long that show ran. 15
Yep.
seasons. 15 seasons for a serial TV show. That's amazing. Most are lucky to last past 5.
Yep.
Hmm.
Three's
But
usually the normal nowadays.
but to
2 maybe.
hit 15 seasons, that's nuts.
Yeah.
right. And you never know when you could get like some really cool show of your own, like
Yeah.
like
That's true.
Dexter. He had that show. I mean, that ran, and they're still making more.
Well, yeah, and they're coming out with a new set of
Right.
it. Another,
Yeah, I mean, you
like
never know when you, as an actor or actress, could get a part like that.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's
Even
like
like with
gold.
stories, and I mean American Horror Stories, they ended up getting American Horror Stories, the mini ones on Hulu and stuff, and it's all the same actors basically. They all just
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
same
Yeah,
thing.
they get to do
Land
different
with the same.
characters in the different series.
Yeah, I've always liked that series because it has stayed with the same actors, and it's like seeing different parts of their lives throughout
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if that was like the goal, because it kind of seemed like that for the first 3 to 4 seasons. That these are just past lives and future lives of these specific characters. Um, After 4, it kind of like went wacky, but yeah, I mean, having them, I'm thinking for the actors, having the chance to, okay, we're for this season we're going to play this type of role, and then the next season you're going to be this type of role. It's still kind of it's horror based, but you're still having to shift your thoughts of, okay, I'm playing a modern person here to I'm playing an old carny over here. And I think that kind of keeps it interesting instead of being on the same show doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
For
And
years.
it tests your acting skills as different characters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Because
versatile.
yeah, because I mean, it definitely, there was definitely major changes for some of the characters. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. You get to play a hero here, a villain here, and a victim there. I mean, you
Yep.
never knew what you were going to get with those shows. I mean, I wish we had more shows like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Black Mirror is another one. Like the whole anthology
Mm.
concept of that series. I love that. I love how they've done that.
I miss shows that had short stories like Twilight Zone, Night Gallery, stuff like that. Those were always fun. It was always nice to have a one-off thing where you could literally pick that series up anywhere and just watch it.
Does
Yeah.
anybody remember
Like
the Nightmare on Elm Street series that was on? Like,
Yes.
yes,
I miss those. Tales from the
Yep.
Crypt.
yes.
Do you
Tales
remember
from
the
the Crypt.
Friday the
Yes.
13th show?
Do
Mhm.
not see. I was just about to say, do not bring that one up because that one irritated me. It had nothing to do with Jason Voorhees whatsoever. They should
Oh,
have
it was
picked a
about bad
different
stuff
title.
happening on Friday the 13th.
That should have picked a different title. Different title.
Yeah.
What better title than Bad Luck? What, Bad Luck Friday? Would that work for you?
Something.
Bad Friday. It's the Friday movies. Just Bad Friday.
Bad Friday. That would have been fine. But I saw the whole Friday
Unfortunate
the 13th,
Friday.
the Friday the 13th series. I was like, oh yes. Then I watched it. I was like, what the hell is this? It's good, but no.
So I didn't refresh my memory, Stacy. Did the Freddy one? Did that? I know Freddy did like the intro, but that pretty much stayed away from Freddy, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he did
Yeah.
the intro, and he would do like, "Hey kids, check out this," but it was always none of the stories had anything to do with Freddy Krueger. It just he was the intro to it, and it was like Nightmare on Elm Street stories or whatever it was called back then.
Yeah.
And it's just that
So
he had some good.
why don't you have a problem with that, Don Raven?
Because Freddy was in it. It was introducing
He was
other
in it.
people's
Jason be
nightmares.
the host.
Hello there.
Oh my!
They should have had him in
Mike,
it.
host
Fine.
nothing.
I just love the idea that it's just Jason. He does the Wile E. Cody thing. It's like, hey, watch our show. He's holds it up. Then
Give
walks
me
off.
that at least. Or have him walking through the background. Something. At least
We'll just make him talk like Kenny from South Park.
that's fine too. I mean, but yeah. So what was your favorite horror movie growing up? Like your all-time favorite horror movie?
Me?
Yes, you.
Well, I mean, my favorite horror movie, it's not that horror really, but I always liked Donnie Darko.
That's a good
I
one.
love Donnie
That's a
Darko.
good
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the sequel?
It was okay, but it was not really what I was expecting it to be.
Yeah. They should have left that one as a single.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I don't
yeah.
really think, it didn't really seem like it was related to it that much, and it just did not, it didn't do it for me.
I think it kind of
Agreed.
goes along the same lines that we were talking earlier with the whole Megan movie. Is like they see a hit and it's like, oh, well, let's try to do it again. Except
Let's make 30
we're
of
going
them.
to change
The
everything.
Donnie Darko
Right.
one didn't come out like immediately. That was like a
Well, no, but that was
2007 or
when movies actually took time to develop and become something good. Nowadays,
Yeah.
it's
true.
just wash, rinse, and repeat, and throw it out. They're trying to get that money grab as quick as possible, and still try to catch some resonance from the flash in the pan they had from the first one. It's kind of like Hollywood has lost its imagination. There's nothing
Yeah.
new. It's all let's remake.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Remakes and
original.
sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of sad that our imagination has gone, that way, especially with so much source material out there that you can
Yeah.
pull from to
Like the
Mhm.
create
Breeding
something
House
new, like the breeding
or
house.
Static.
Look, I will
Um,
sit there about the breathing house. I did tag Jason
I saw
Blum.
that and I was like, "Go, Stacy, get that bag. You
I
do
thought,
you, girl."
what's it gonna hurt? It's not gonna hurt me to go ahead and start tagging people. So
Oh no! Tag them every day. Do a story a day of just like, "Hey,
yep.
Jason,
you
day
know what? I
457
story
of
a day,
asking
and I'm
Jason
gonna
Blum to
get
make a movie."
yes, I
Just do
will.
it.
If
Because
I'm
if
on the
a
I,
19-year-old,
my own,
yeah, and I will signal boost you
I mean, what are they
yes.
going to
every time.
say? No? Oh, no.
Yeah.
I with that Donnie DeMarco. It was there was a movie. It was in black and white. I can't remember the name of it. It was my mom told me about this when she saw that movie for the first time. And she says that the Donnie DeMarco reminded her of a Cary Grant film
Ooh.
that had an imaginary friend that was an 8-foot rabbit.
Yes. I know
And
I
it,
know
exactly
of a
what you're
lot of his
talking about.
movies. I'm trying to remember that one because
I
my
And
know
mom's a huge
Harvey,
fan.
that
even
was
Harvey.
remade with the guy that was in It, who played the red-haired guy. He was the original judge in Night Court. That was a
Harry
remake of
Anderson.
Yes.
Harry Anderson. It was a remake of that Cary Grant film. So my mom, she's a huge horror fan. She said when she sees Donnie DeMarco, she feels like she's watching a darker version of the Cary Grant film.
Hmm.
Was
Oh,
was it
man.
Jimmy Stewart?
Was it Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah,
I think
it
so,
was
because it
Jimmy
was
Stewart. It
Harvey.
was Jimmy Stewart. Yeah.
I get them
Actually,
confused on that one.
yeah, it's Harvey. I'm
That's
actually
it.
filming a little mini thing about that movie.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Awesome.
That's cool.
that's a coincidence.
That
That's
is.
wild. Um,
That's cool.
that's cool. Um, One of my favorite movies, which I don't know how many people like know about it or talk about it. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do, but Eraserhead.
Hmm.
You, I dig that one. I dig the visuals in it,
I'm not gonna
and I
lie.
dig the song by Subvision. Eraserhead by Subvision. It's a
Oh,
really cool song. Check it out. It's got my boy Tobias Forge in it.
oh yeah, I did. I'm kind of nervous that Megan's gonna end up being like the Terminator.
Yeah.
I will
It's on its way.
literally
It's on its way.
I have
protest.
not read the spoilers. I want to see it, but I don't know if I'll get to see it yet. And I've tried to avoid
Is
spoilers.
is Megan a Blumhouse film?
Yes, I believe
Oh
so.
my.
Right?
Jason Blum will be getting hate mail
Oh. Ew.
while I'm like, hey, stop making this trash and make the Breathing House into a film.
Yeah.
You quack, you hack.
Yeah, so it's Jimmy
What?
Stewart, Harvey, Elwood P. Dowd's constant companion is Harvey, a 6 foot tall invisible rabbit. To his sister, his obsession with Harvey has been a thorn in her plans to marry off her daughter. However, when she decides to put Elwood in a mental institution, a mix up occurs and she finds herself committed instead. It's now up to Elwood and Harvey to straighten out the mess.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
How she got that from there, I'll never know. But she said it reminds her.
So you said you're going to be doing a short. Is there anything you can tell us about that, Lily?
Yeah, it's if you watch the original Harvey, the one with Jimmy Stewart, the psychiatrist he's seeing, uh, he like kind of gets a little, he's learning about the rabbit that Jimmy Stewart is seeing, Elwood, obviously, that Jimmy Stewart is seeing. Well, his name is Elwood in the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
And so the psychiatrist basically tells his wish to Jimmy Stewart. And if you watch what I do, it's going to be his wish is what I'm doing. And then from there, I take off with Harvey and we go a few places together.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
So how excited are you to be able to do something like that? Like seeing.
Well, I thought it was a really fun tribute to one of my old favorite movies. As far as old movies go, I'd say that's definitely one of my favorites. But I liked Jimmy Stewart's method of acting, the way he acts. Like, if you watch him in movies, he acts like whatever it is really actually happening to him.
Yeah.
Whereas some people, you can tell they're just kind of, going through the motions of acting, but he comes off like it's happening to him.
Like he's actually putting himself in that situation
Right.
with the circumstances. Yeah. Yes. Definitely the talent back then, like from the, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, it just doesn't seem like it's there anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you get some people, but again, it's a lot of actors are just doing it for a paycheck and going through the motions. It seems nobody puts themselves in the role anymore.
Agreed.
Right.
And actually expresses the character to the audience where the audience feels for it. Now it's just, oh well, that's so and so doing this role. Great. They're a good actor. That's fine. I love that role. Cool, but it's not like, oh my god, like my best or one of my favorite actors. Unfortunately, he passed away. Heath Ledger, when he did Joker.
Yeah.
The amount of effort and energy he put into that role really brought that character to life.
Yep.
And it's hard to find actors that do that, that do that effort anymore. That's just my take on it, my opinion. But I think that might be, a reason that kind of the horror genre is making a comeback as well, is the people that are like, Art the Clown. He puts his all into that role.
Yep.
To scare the living hell out of you. And the people that are doing those movies that are, taking the time that appreciate the horror genre and appreciate the amount of time and effort it goes into becoming a bad guy like that and pushing it across the screen where you're like, damn, I don't want to run into anything like that.
Yeah. I really appreciate the practical effects too.
Yeah.
Because that's another lost art. That everything, like so much is CG now.
Everything's going to be digital. Yeah.
We need more of the original The Thing.
Yeah.
The problem is like CG is fine if you have practical effects around
in with
the
it,
CG, or like the CGI is around the practical, because it kind of lets your brain accept what you're seeing a little bit better. If you're just seeing pure CG, and also the way these film companies or these movie studios, whatever, are pumping out these movies, like you're not giving the CGI artists as much time as they need to make something convincing.
Yes.
Because if you look back at, like, I don't know, movies from 10, 15, 20 years ago, the CG was much better.
Look at
because
the the first Transformers movie. Me and a buddy will always say, no matter what you
Oh,
think
yeah.
of the movie, the CG in that movie holds up still.
It
That
really
CG
does.
still holds up really good compared to like some of the stuff I've seen lately.
It really does.
I still like Bruce from Jaws. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
As
I always
horrible as
loved
that
the
shark.
yeah.
As horrible as that shark was, that was still terrifying as a kid.
Yep.
Hey, y'all, I got to hop off.
Okay.
Darn.
So,
Thanks for joining us.
yeah, no problem. Hit me up next time. We'll do it again.
We
Hell
will.
yeah, definitely.
We
Yeah.
will,
All right,
Stacy.
have a good night.
Bye.
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 So,
Hey, everyone, go check out Stacy's book, The Breathing House. Find her Amazon. She's got a ton of stuff there. Super awesome person. Go check her out. Just wanted to say that.
so what do you have coming up, and how would you like to promote it? If you have anything like specifically coming out here soon, or where can people find you?
Well, I mean, I'm always updating my like Instagram and Facebook pages. Um, I have coming up, like I mentioned, the Vampire Call Girls comic books are always coming out, and hopefully that Cursed Moon movie will get made. That would be
Awesome.
nice. And then, of course, keep seeing if I'm going to be on After Hours Cinema and Eddie Macabre. With Eddie, I'm doing almost like a co-host thing.
Oh,
Wanda is my character, and I'm reoccurring on that. So, but we're just getting started with those. But I just filmed recently, and that should be out sometime. The first one, well, I mean, we already have one or two out, but the first one that we're doing again is should be out in July.
Okay.
And
okay. Nice.
of course, keep an eye on my art, and hopefully I'll get a site set up where I'm actually selling it all in one place. And
Definitely.
short stories should have one finished up soon, and hopefully can take some time to format the books. Music, I will release some probably in September, maybe.
Okay.
Some more music.
Anytime that you are putting something out, send us a message, and we'll promote it out on Instagram and Facebook and all that, and we'll let everybody know.
Okay, thank you.
And definitely keep us updated on the website for your art page, and then I'll put it in my link tree. And then people can just, if they're having a hard time, they can always go there, find your name, click on it, and go straight to your page for you.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
So right now we have a few pages that we like to share, because we always like to share stuff from Instagram and the community, especially horror community, toy photography community, cosplayers, everything. We're trying to get everybody involved into it. You do not have to stay for this part, but we would like to have your opinion if you would like to stay.
I could stay a few minutes.
Okay.
Going soon.
We'll start it off here. So our first feature tonight is Anime Figure Statue Collector.
Our boy Roger.
Yep, he took an amazing shot of this NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder Dracula figure.
Yes. I was looking at this before we came on. It is so good.
Yeah, I
very
love
good shot.
how they have taking, like, NECA takes especially really good care with bringing the horror figures to life with their sculpts and their what they do with just the aesthetics of it, the armor, the face sculpts. They have a Vincent Price face sculpt or figure that his face sculpt throughout his years, when he was young, middle age, and then when he was older, are on point. And it's very hard to tell with the right photographer. if it is an old picture or a figure picture. It's very,
Yeah, I still need to
very
get
well
him.
done. Next up is, let's see, where'd it go? An artist.
Oh, I love
Your.hydra.art.
it.
Very nice.
Yes. You know how much I love the like evil grin and smiles, the comedy smiles and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
Very
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
The other,
Oh,
you know,
yeah. I
some
don't
of
have
the
to have
other
a look
photos
at.
from,
Yeah, I absolutely love that first one there. Oh,
Gives me scary stories to tell in the dark vibes.
yes. That and old like creepy pastas and old like when you would have the creepy thumbnail. Like
Yeah.
some of that kind of stuff too.
This has got to be one of my favorites here. I like the whole black and white.
Ooh.
You know, the very, very simple colors, but you know, the drawings just bring everything to life. And this one's just creepy.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love a good scary smile.
And how it's like dripping off the very edge
Yes.
of the page.
Yeah.
Like it's
That's a nice
escaping the
touch.
painting.
Next up is MM Custom Art, and they
Just
do masks.
very grungy, very gritty.
Mm-hmm.
I dig
Gives
the
me
style.
vibe. Yeah, I was gonna say, gives me vibes of that evil Steamboat Willie figure that we like so much.
Yeah, I'd say it gives me more Slipknot vibes, but
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's even better. Yeah.
yeah, just gnarly shit.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh,
Ooh, love it.
It's like some
there's a rabbit one for you, Lilith.
And a goat.
Nice.
Rabbits and goats.
Like mad hair. So, who has been the best makeup artist that you have worked with? Like, not so much makeup, I guess, but no, I guess yeah, makeup and design, like horror, like wound design and things like that.
Well, I don't think that they've had to really do that much on me. Like, I haven't played things where I'm like heavily, changed as far as my look.
Right.
So, it's been more like a lot of times
Real
I'm just
subtle,
like,
simple.
yeah, just the only thing I really was supposed to do once but couldn't do was I can't wear contacts. I can't put them in. I just can't do
Yeah.
Same.
it.
Same.
They wanted me
I
to
can't
wear them
touch
in
my
one of the
eye either.
movies, and I was
Yep.
like, I can't.
All right. Next up is Lucific _.
Just a really nice painting. What can I
Yes.
say?
Beautifully done.
Yeah, acrylic on canvas. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that Sam one.
Yeah.
This one gives me vibes of like one of my favorite paintings, Saturn eating his son. Like that, the brush strokes and everything. I get the
Yeah.
vibes
Yeah.
of that, but with Leatherface. Let me see that Sam. I really like this. Oh, I love
I
that.
just like the
I
style.
love. Yes, I love the style. I love the backdrop, the orange blending in, but it doesn't blend into Sam. Like you can still tell the distinct difference between the back and him.
Looks like
That's
they
beautiful.
sell their paintings on here too.
Ooh,
Too bad this one's sold. But have you ever thought about? Do you have a site on Instagram, Lilith, where you can put your paintings up for sale?
I know they have some way you can sell stuff on there. I haven't really delved into it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard of like Instagram shops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
also makes scans and put them on Redbubble.
yeah,
mm-hmm.
I love the ash.
yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
So go check out Lucific _. Next up
What you
is
got?
Lee, come on now.
How's it going, Toy Addict?
Well, yeah,
Thanks for
Toy
joining
Addict,
us.
what's up? Is Lee Howard _arts. And he does.
Very nice caricatures. I like
Yes.
those.
these are cute. Yeah,
They're kind of cute. It's like, oh, you're a naughty little ghost face.
I like that middle ones that look like one of the Halloween decorations is Ghostface.
Oh,
That's
oh,
really
you're
cool.
a creepy
Ooh.
little Jack Skellington, aren't you?
A lot
I
of
like
great
this.
stuff.
A lot of
Elvira.
varied styles.
Oh, these are cool.
This almost looks like tattoo flash art.
Yeah, yeah. I could see it. Definitely see a tattoo of some
You
of
can
these.
turn this into tattoo flash art. Yeah.
I like the Powerpuff Girls at the bottom there.
Oh my, yes.
This one.
Yeah. Was the first one a salad fingers reference, by the way, of Elvira? The one you're looking at? Yeah, that
This
top
is
one
Betty
right.
Boop.
No,
Okay,
that's
Betty
Betty
Boop. I
Boop.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now. My screen's full.
You
Is that salad fingers?
You got too much
That's
brain
the-
rot going on, my guy.
Hey, salad fingers is classic.
I
You
have
leave
no idea
Hubert
what that is.
Cumberdale. Hubert Cumberdale.
Even the Candyman one. All the different ways.
SpongeBob, what the hell?
Oh my, the
Yeah.
SpongeBob. The
You know,
Simpsons. The Simpsons one's really good.
Some really exciting news, you guys. SpongeBob, after like 20 years, finally got his driver's license.
Oh, he did.
Oh my
He
god.
did.
I thought you were going to tell me the show got canceled. Is that well?
I don't know.
No.
Sesame Street.
I actually have seen this one. I haven't seen it. Me and a buddy have talked about this one a lot because I love Sesame Street. I really like the Elba and the Grover.
So what do you like doing better? Do you like is all your art like paint on canvas, or do you do pencils and charcoals and things like that as well?
Well, the one thing I just recently picked up doing was making a bit of sculpture.
Oh,
I'm making
okay.
a rabbit head. I just made. I'm not quite finished with it yet, though.
I always love seeing what people can sculpt. It's amazing to just see what
I
you
wish
know
I
when you
could
start.
sculpt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my buddy Max, he is a brilliant sculptor. He's been doing it for a good amount of time now on IG, and he definitely has made some amazing stuff.
So next up is 6midnight_creation6. And this is more along the lines of our toy realm, but he does
That's a Mythic
these head
Legion's head.
sculpts.
Ooh.
That's nice.
And then he has these ones.
I
Yeah,
like that.
this is
With
one of the
a
Mythic Legions ones, yeah.
Yep, one of the undead heads. Yep. Ooh, those look good.
Really brings out the colors in it and makes it, look
Yeah.
like rotting flesh. But he has a lot of
Love that
really
goblin.
good, crazy stuff. This one.
Nice. I wonder if he's made a Wendigo type head.
I don't know.
I'd love
Be
to
fun
see.
take a look.
I've seen
find
people
it
make
out.
Wendigo heads in the community for, I think it was the Mask of the Red Death.
Yeah. Next up is ol_stone_cold. And
Necronominus.
yes.
That's the bottom line, because old Stone Cold said so.
Yeah.
I like
Beautiful
the shot.
picture. I love the smoke in the background, the colors
Yes.
on it, and all the reflection off the blade. Really well done.
It's perfect. I love this figure so much. It's
It will follow. There we go. And that is it for our features for tonight. And that brings us to the close of our show. Lilith, thank you so much for joining us tonight and sharing your story with us and your journey. Again,
Thank you for having
you
me.
have such an amazing life, a life story. I
Very
want to say
impressive.
like you do an autobiography someday, because
Yep.
wow, you have done so much, and I think you're just going to keep going, keep shooting for the stars, and you will get that movie someday. You will get your movie someday. And I look forward to seeing that. Everybody in chat, her Instagram page has been scrolling across the bottom. Go check her page out. Throw her a like, throw her a share, and go check out her. You said your Facebook page as well, correct? Instagram and Facebook page. All right, perfect. And then IMDb, Amazon, everywhere that they can find you. Go check her stuff out, and yeah, you will be very impressed with how much she has done in her life. And with that, guys, you got anything to say?
No, just thank you for coming on. Are you talking about like plugging stuff that we want to do, or for Lilith in general?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, thank you, Lilith, for coming on. It was
Thank you.
enjoyable, very fun. And yeah, you can find me at lights.camera.actionfigures and toys, 2 underscores. We've got our pop art collab that is wrapping up as soon as I make a collage for it. And then you can find me, Gold Member, and a lot of other fun, zany people on Nostalgia Bait this Friday at 9 p.m. when we cover the Blair Witch marketing.
Go, remember?
Okay. Same as usual. Go member 150, and the one below, the Devil's Toys. That's my collab page to kind of get back to the community. We're still doing crossover Devils. It's almost wrapped up. So if you have an idea for our next collab, feel free to DM me with it. Other than that, my link to my YouTube, going to be starting reviews again soon, and I think that's everything outside of for the 2 people who care on my Instagram page, dropping like 2 new poems over the next couple of weeks.
Very cool. You know where to find me. I'm here every Monday, every Tuesday with these 2. Ravens Across the Sands, Devils and Ravens, AF.
Wait, we haven't announced that yet. We haven't announced that yet.
Huh? Well, I'm announcing it now because I feel bad that you're not in this. So be on the lookout for the announcements for later on in the year. There are going to be some changes, and we're also starting up a photo feature page. So it is horror related, everything that is horror related and horror related only. Cosplay, makeup, music,
movies,
drawings, books, whatever it is. If it is horror, share it with us, and we will put it on our show and share you out to the world. Again, everybody go check out Vampy Bunny on IG. Check out our Facebook. Check our IMDb. Thank you again, Lilith, for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. And anytime, like I said, as soon as you start dropping stuff and putting it out there, let us know. We'll put it out on our page, and we'll share it wherever we are as well.
To the moon. The cursed moon.
Check out my link tree for all the other shows out there and all the other great people from Instagram and the toy photographers, and check out Signal Magazine. The next or the first remake of the first not episode but issue should be coming out here soon, and then the second issue is something really special that we are working on as well with Signal Magazine that includes the toy photography community. And with that, everybody have a good night. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week.